I think that's the Colorado basketball team we all know and love that showed up tonight. I couldn't be more proud of a group of guys. As a head coach, this is my 10th year. I've never been through something like this with a team like this. And so when those guys in that locker room, the joy and the happiness and what they've been through with the 4 tough losses that we've endured, and I say endure because they had to keep fighting and coming back to practice the next day, and they handled the lineup shift the other night like men, and I was really proud of them for that, both the starters and the reserves. And then tonight we flipped it back, and everybody responded to that as well. So the joy in that locker room, the togetherness in that locker room is something I think we can build upon. It's not going to be easy. We're halfway through the conference season. The first 9 games are in the rearview mirror. I'm going to try not to think about them and certainly talk about them. I want to look forward. But I want our players to enjoy this moment because we beat a heck of a basketball team. They're not only a top 10 team, they're a legit top 10 team. And there's been some wins in here against some name opponents maybe that haven't been quite as good as their name, but Oregon's every bit as good as that number 10 ranking they come in here with. So I've got a lot of respect for Coach Altman and his players as well.
Coach, what do you credit the defensive effort tonight from start to finish? We haven't quite seen that sort of.
No, we haven't seen it. It just, maybe the guys said enough is enough. Look, they did it. I didn't do it. This is nothing new that we've been preaching. We had our game plan in terms of who we were switching with, who we were showing with on ball screens, but it's the players' job to go out and execute, what they've been told to do. And tonight they did it to a T, and they did it with energy, they did it with effort, and they did it for 40 minutes. And they made some tough shots, but the good thing about our team is they didn't get their heads down. They kept competing, and that was the message before we came on the floor, is we wanted to compete for 40 minutes. It sounds simple, but we haven't really done that. We've competed, but I'm not sure we've competed for 40 full minutes with the alertness, attentiveness, and toughness, that we showowed tonight.
Can you talk about the poise with which Derek kind of played down the stretch?
Look, players make plays down the stretch. The Xavier game that we won here back in December, Derek White made plays down the stretch. He made big-time plays down the stretch tonight for us. And I thought, I can't say enough about, what he brings to this team. But I thought it was a total team effort, and he got a lot of help tonight. And there's been nights where Derek hasn't had help. But, again, everybody was dialed in to a man.
Ted, was your game plan to deflect as much as possible and get in there?
Yeah, we were in the first half. We tried to soft press them after made baskets back to zone. We're not a zone team, as many of you know, and I think that maybe showed a little bit at times in the first half. But just to keep them off balance and show them something a little different than maybe what they're expecting from Colorado. On misses, we were back in man, and but the second half, we kind of locked into our 22 defense, which is our half-court man-to-man, and our guys they bucked up and did what they had to do against some really good players.
Coach, what is it about when the Ducks come to Boulder? Each time it seemed to have brought out the best in your teams and produced a really entertaining game.
I don't know. Again, Coach Altman was at Creighton for many, many years when I was an assistant at Wichita State, and so I've had a chance to prepare and coach against his teams. He's a heck of a basketball coach. His record speaks for itself. So I just think our guys, they execute what they're supposed to execute. And I don't know what the answer is. I wish I had a better one for you. But our guys dialed it in tonight. And again, I think they just maybe got to the point where they said enough is enough. But we haven't played with that kind of passion and energy and effort on defense for 40 minutes all year. So hopefully we can build from this.
Kind of along those lines, is this a sort of win that can turn around the season, or is that maybe overstating it?
Look, we went through that losing streak, and I was focused on the next game. Let's just figure out how do we win the next game. And we've won 2 in a row now. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Okay, that's great. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad we did, but it's about the next game. So I'm not worried about streaks or runs or what do we have to do to win the next game. I know it sounds cliche. It's kind of plain vanilla, but I just want these guys dialed in. And if they dial in, we can play with anybody in this league. And there's a lot of basketball to be played left. So, and we got some guys, I think, that the end is near to their careers, and hopefully they can really rise up and meet the challenge.
Coach, we've also seen more energy and production now. Lucas Siewert the last couple of games. What's kind of gotten him?
Well, Lucas has been practicing really well the last 3 weeks. I would say since we got back from Christmas, he's really practiced well, started competing. So, yeah, he was terrific tonight. I thought Josh Fortune, look, for a guy who's gone through what he's gone through and started the first, 16 games and now has come off the bench, and he's handled it well. He's not pouted and sulked and felt sorry for himself. He just tries to play as well as he can when he's in there, and I thought he gave us good minutes tonight. But Lucas is just getting better and better and better. He's going to be a terrific player. I said that about both he and Bryce and DeLeon before it's all said and done. They're going to have really good careers here at Colorado.
Anything else for Coach?
Ted, you were running 11 guys at
Yeah.
a lot. Did you see, I mean, you said yesterday you didn't think they were going to get tired.
Yeah.
Jordan Bell and a couple guys were
I don't know.
hands on their hips.
It's probably a better question for Oregon. I mean, certainly we want the pace of play to be fast, and offensively we always want to push it on missed. We want to get easy baskets. I don't know if they got tired. I think maybe they did. Their jumpers, some of them were going in at the end, some of them were not. But I think pace of play in the Coors Event Center, we want it as fast as it can be. And that doesn't mean we want to just give up layups and give up open threes. We want to play fast offensively, but with Oregon, we'd like to slow them down as best we can. And they're a hard team to do that against. But I don't know if fatigue played a factor tonight or not, but I just know our effort and our energy was terrific.